name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
Race 5, first leg of Jackpot 2. It's a maiden plate over 1,400 meters. It's due off at 14:40. We have a field of 10 runners as we speak. Number 2, McDazzler, will race with blinkers for the first time. That might make a difference. So we have an interview with Dean Canamere and also a rerun of number 10, Magma Magic.
Then My Boy Lollipop, coming inside the final 300 metres, General Bing, Nocturnal Flight the outside, Magma Magic's a runner on the inside. Gimme the Good Life's running on well on the outside. Nocturnal Flight's fighting right back though. Nocturnal Flight and Magma Magic, there's nothing in it. Number 12, Nocturnal Flight from Magma Magic.
Yeah, McDazzler, he's also always thought quite a lot of, and we've been disappointed, and so we gelded him, and his first run back after gelding at Scottsville over this distance of 1,400 metres, I was rather disappointed because he shows us so much back home. His two best runs have actually been on the poly. Nevertheless, I'm going to give him one more chance again on the grass before I put him back on the poly. I've put blinkers on him, and hopefully that makes the difference because he's a lovely specimen and shows a hell of a lot back home, and hopefully puts his act together. Out of a Fortwood mare, unless I'm just running him over the wrong distance and try him for more ground. But if he reproduces what he shows us back home with the blinkers on, then he's got to be a big runner. But hopefully puts his act together on Sunday. But he's doing well. He's in good shape.
Interesting profile for number 2, McDazzler, because clearly, as you heard there from Dean, he's shown plenty back home. He's not a young horse. He's a 4-year-old now. No, he's just turned 4, but he's a 4-year-old son of Rafif. And as Dean interestingly mentioned there, Dees, he's had 5 starts. His 2 best runs have been on the poly track. His 3 runs on the turf have all been moderate, to say the least. Here he is back on the turf, so what do we make of him? Yes, the blinkers go on. Yes, it's his second run after being gelded, but I know he's 5-2 favourite, given his record on the turf, and he might well turn that all around in this maiden plate, but he's not going to get any of my money, and I've run for cover in the bipod. I'm including him, obviously, because there's clearly ability there, but I've backed him up with numbers 4, Always Shining, and 10, Magma Magic. I mentioned earlier that Tony Rivelin's got some nice runners. He hasn't cracked the best draws necessarily. So 2, 4, and 10 for me, but how do you see the race?
Yeah, I like your thinking with number 2, McDazzler, and I'm sure many punters will be in your camp taking him on. Whilst there were positive comments about what he shows them back home, he still has to answer, why he's been running so badly on the turf, and maybe he could answer that on Sunday. So it'll be foolish just to ignore him on that one run here in the province on the turf last time out, because as Dean alluded to, he was gelded. So let's see what happens on Sunday, but I think number 2 definitely goes in. Your horse, number 4 and number 10. From that rerun, you can see that, a horse like Magma Magic beat General Bing, McDazzler comfortably there. But I'm going to include numbers 5 and 6 in the pick 6 and play to the rule, Graham, with 10 runners. 5 runners were on the mark. And I know that General Bing was well beaten by this horse, Magma Magic, last time out, but he's had a few runs now for Kumar and Naidu, and I think the stable are getting to the bottom of him. And then Green Light Express from the Gavin Zale stable, I would not exclude after a much improved last start. That came out of left field for me at any price to boost that quartet behind Definitely Yes. And the way he raced that day, for me, is the value bet in the race, Graham. I think this 1,400 meters is going to suit him nicely. Number 6, Green Light Express. So if you had to push me for an outright choice, I'm going to take Magma Magic on with number 6. But in the pick 6, numbers 2, 4, 5, 6, and 10.
I'm definitely including number 6, Green Light Express, in the pick 6 on the jackpot. Yes, he is improving. That Definitely Yes form line comes under scrutiny earlier. It comes under scrutiny throughout this day. So obviously Green Light Express did show a glimmer of improvement last time out in his third start. and he could be now heading in the right direction. So number 6, Greenlight Express, definitely. He was my 4th choice, so 2, 4, and 10, my top 3 into the bipod, 2, 4, 6, and 10 into the pick 6. I'm not convinced about General Bing, but I'll follow my good friend on my left. If I'm going to put the 4 into the pick 6 in the jackpot, I'm not going to leave out number 5, General Bing, even though he should be held by Magmar Magic. Racing is not run on paper, it's run on turf, and he's got a better draw than Magmar Magic. So there we go. It's an interesting competitive maiden plate. McDazzler's got a few questions to answer regarding his ability on the turf. There's no doubting his ability on the polytrack. And if he fails again, you can take any price. His next race will be on the polytrack.
It's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together. And to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.